If all the new boys get on the park in this match, they would have used 22 players already in 4 events. But what a golden opportunity for these youngsters. And for New Zealand, well, it's part of just doing the basics, getting back to the basic, finding that form that has made them such a powerhouse in all of those years on the circuit. It will be Stannard from Australia kicking off. It goes straight through the hands there of New Zealand, and early mistake. In fact, now it is a penalty to Australia.
Well, perfect start for the Australian team. You know what, Greg, you spoke about the age of this young Australian side. Well, they've got nothing to lose as well, but they have to execute.
Well, an early opportunity. Now McDermott made his debut last week, scored 3 tries in Wellington. Switches to Stannard, the veteran, and now Hutchison. Turns 20 next week, and we're already calling him a veteran. Stannard. McDermott across to Gibbon, who got over an ankle injury sustained last week, and a good carry. Good tackle also from Stowers. Now it's Stannard, switch of play. Going back to the short side, switching to Taylor. There's the mistake from Australia, so we'll have a scrum.
Those sort of chances they have to nail. This Australian team would have been a good start. Stannard goes to the midfield, bounces back with that stack the numbers. Hutchison, well, he's so dangerous, but this is Yopo Aso, who really has come on and added an edge to this New Zealand team. And there's just a little knock on, thinking they're going to set it up, which they should have done.
Anguish on the bench. And so New Zealand
Crouch.
inside their own 22.
Bind. Set.
Put in by the youngster Villamonti Kuroi, and Mickelson just gets the kick away before running into touch, and it sits up now. So Gibbon across to Hutchison. He has Taylor with him. Hutchison losing his footing. Claimed in the end by Stowers. Stannard. McDermott putting on some footwork, flicks one out the back. Doesn't find the target. Cleaned up Gibbon. He was an easy target. Stannard, McDermott. Wide ball to the captain, Sam Myers. Turning it back on the inside to Anstey. Advantage being played, and now the penalty goes to New Zealand, taken quickly by Forbes. And Kuroi, advantage being played. Kuroi! The youngster, 18 years of age, a simple one-on-one miss by Australia, and Villamonti Kuroi goes in for the first try.
Well, a lot of responsibility on this young man's shoulders, Villamonti Kuroi, but it all starts down from Tim Mickelson's here. Fix the tackle, gets up, plays the ball. That's the turnover that New Zealand duly needed. They take it quickly, DJ Forbes, and any time this boy Kuroi has the defence gets going backwards on his heels, he goes to work. Look at him here, little stutter step. Does the Australian defence with ease, and Villamonti Kuroi, still a long way to go in this young man's career, but the start, he's been good.
He was a star for the New Zealand schools team last year out of Fielding High, who made it through to the top 4 in the schools competition in New Zealand. Made his debut last week. Remember the name, Villamonti Kuroi. There's the extra 2, so it was all Australia as far as possession and territory went in those opening minutes, but it's New Zealand leading now by 7 points to 0. He's making a mess of the restart. Flicked out the back by Forbes. Now to Mickelson. He pins the ears back. Mickelson! Try to New Zealand. The old firm. Forbes and Mickelson. How many times have we mentioned that over the years?
And it's the forwards getting it done. Yopo Aso from the kickoff, tapping it back down to DJ Forbes. Hutchison on the lift. Just gets beaten by half a second. DJ Forbes picks it up, and Tim Mickelson, well, he provided the first try for New Zealand with the turnover. Goes through Stannard, he won't be happy with that missed tackle, and he chalks up another one, Timmy Mickelson. New Zealand would have spoken about this too, Greg, getting off to a fast start against a younger Australian team and applying the pressure.
184 tries for Tim Mickelson. There's the extra 2 from in front, so a couple of minutes remaining in this first half. All-time leading try scorer for New Zealand. Carlton Arna still on the list, 113.
By a fingernail, Greg, only by a fingernail.
Hutchison. Saw him finishing time and time again on the wing for Australia last year, Hutchison, but now he's in a playmaker role because of unavailability of various injured players like Lewis Holland. It's Hutchison now. Inside ball to Myers. Myers. Oh, he was trying to link up with Taylor. Intercepted, and so again it's New Zealand. And they give away the penalty though. And Myers takes it quickly. And to Stannard. Into the 22. Putting on some footwork, waiting for the support to arrive. Now McDermott is there. Nothing on. McDermott. Curry went low. And it'll come back for Australia. Offside, advantage being played. Offside. Nothing happening there, so Hutchison, he takes it quickly. Hutchison stepping.
Pass the ball. On your feet, pass the ball.
Another penalty.
Yeah. Well, I think that one was rough, but here we go.
And it's Gibbon. And he takes it into contact. Another penalty. Taken quickly, Sam Myers. Pops it out, came off the legs, did it. Penalty try. Penalty try to Australia. Repeated infringements from New Zealand.
Offside number 7, please.
Offside number 7. So the very experienced Craig Joubert awards a penalty try, and you don't have to take the conversion anymore. It's an automatic 7 points.
7.
Now this is after about the 200th penalty New Zealand gave away. Not getting back to the try line. Hence the penalty try, but hard done by there, New Zealand, must say. So they get the 7 points with a penalty try and a yellow card for Yopo Aso.
New Zealand down a man, and Australia getting the crowd back into it now. Yopo Aso from Taranaki.
This is where, though, Greg, I think this Australian team need to speed the game up. To get a score just before the half and even it up, they'll be well into it. The confidence that they get from that will be huge.
James Stannard, Australia's leading point scorer. Good safe take in the air. And Mickelson shovels it across to nobody, and it sits up for Taylor. Inside, Hutchison reaches out and scores for the Aussies. They're on their feet at Allianz Stadium. The youngsters have hit back.
Exactly what I was talking about, applying the pressure, coming up fast. It was the line speed that was the difference. Hutchison was the one that led it from that breakdown from New Zealand. Right here, he rushes up. He's the one right there in the middle, forces that pass. He knows Regan Ware's covered. And good timing by Charlie Taylor and great support by Hutchinson.
Fortuitous bounce. Henry Hutchison on the spot again. Reaching and over. Oh yes, they're happy on the bench. It's a 14-12 with the conversion from Stannard. It's over. So we are locked up at the break in the Trans-Tasman battle. Australia, New Zealand, 14 apiece. Started out last year as an observer, coming back from his stint with Suntory in Japan as the new Aussie coach. The Aussies went all the way through to the final, where they lost to New Zealand in a nail-biter. Scott Waldron now in charge of the New Zealanders.
Work, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, work.
Well, one area they really spoke about after Wellington, this New Zealand All Black Sevens team, was their consistency. 1 minute they're up, they started well against Samoa and then came down for their second game and then blitzed England in their third. And once again, even in that first half, you can see New Zealand, they started with a bang, got 2 tries up with just a couple of lackadaisical passes, inaccuracy at the breakdown, let this Australian team in. Really is an issue at the moment for the men in black.
Two tries apiece. A terrific atmosphere now starting to build at Allianz Stadium.
But a Johnny Farnham to get the home cut up to Clarkie.
He's the voice. New Zealand kicking off, 14 all. And this one is knocked back. Good work by the men in black. And Mikkelsen. Now to Kuroi. Taken by Taylor. Good support play from DJ Forbes. Forbes playing his 83rd tournament. It's a record. Penalty goes to New Zealand. Right on halfway.
Yeah, this is a good stop here by Puramoni Kaloi. He was going to take it quick. There was 2 New Zealand members down on the ground, so he stopped, waited for his captain to make a call. They'll go to the set piece and just gain a little bit of control to this game.
Roy finds touch on the far side. Roy, 18 years of age, is opposite James Stannard, 33.
Hands on the ball, but you never pick it up.
35th tournament for James.
Looking for stronger shape.
New Zealand back up to their full complement too. Now Greg Yopo just coming into the back of this lineup for New Zealand.
He's back from the naughty chair, the sin bin. And this one, won by Australia, falls nicely into the arms of Stannard, and now Hutchison. Oh, it's intercepted! Brilliantly read by Sherwin Stowers! And he races away like a thief of the night, dots it down, and the New Zealanders are back in front.
Experience, this man, Sherwin Stowers, one of the best. 119th try for young Sherwin. Chucky Stannard saying, mate, how'd you do that? He says, I'll show you on the replay. This is how I do it. There was inaccuracy at the line-out time for New Zealand. Hutchinson was the one at centre. I like him moving into 2. They look for the late cut, but Sherwin reads it beautifully. Look at that. Comes off his line, comes straight into that pass. Hutchinson saying, what's doing? Sherwin says, I'm doing this, putting it down for 5.
Perfectly read. Sherwin Stowers, who brings up a milestone. He goes past 600 points for New Zealand. His 34th tournament, 119th try.
I actually think Hutchinson's looking for this winger on the outside. I think that's what he gestures. Why are you cutting in? By during the last man, you got him to stay on the out. Sherwin read it beautifully.
Great conversion attempt, but they're in front. New Zealand 19-14, and it's out on the full, so a mistake from the kickoff, a restart. And it's going to happen when you're as young as Vilimoni Kuroi.
It's what we used to call the old 4, when you go to the opposite corner, right in behind where the sweeper is, let it bounce, and then you create a mismatch with the numbers. But it's a great opportunity for Australia here.
Hutchison to McDermott. In slow motion. Now, what's happening? Stannard throws a long one over the top, and Taylor can't control it.
Well, it was all a bit laboured, wasn't it, in the end, as New Zealand go fast.
Looking to open them up on the left. Yopoasi. Forbes. Kuroi. It pops out, and it's there for Anstey. He throws it to nobody. And Stannard has to clean it up, and just buying a little bit of time, struggling to stay on his feet. But Curry is right over the top of it, and he is able to get away with it. And so a good carry in the end. Bit of momentum, forward momentum. Yopoaso into touch. Disappointed with that.
Yeah, you want to clear that ball. Yopoaso just picking and driving here. Scott Curry doing extremely well at the breakdown, cutting off their ball on Chucky Stannard. And he rolls it and sets it up. DJ Ford with a nice cleaner. Yopoaso has to give that away right there, but good defence from Australia.
Just wait.
One youngster off for Australia, Tate McDermott, the 18-year-old, replaced by the 19-year-old number 7, Liam McNamara. Liam is from the Sunnybank Club in Brisbane. That's Tim Anstey, who's another one of the 19-year-olds from Eastwood. So Stannard, McNamara, Hutchison, switch of play. They're allowing him to run, but then Nicholson comes in and makes tackle.
Beaten by the ruck. Beaten by the ruck.
Stannard runs to the line, and now McNamara. What a golden opportunity for a kid like this, playing for his country in the home event. And now, though, great work at the breakdown. Collier. It goes back now for Morlia. Morlia. Myers giving chase. And Morlia, all he has to do is pop it up, and he does. And it is a try to New Zealand. That's a heartbreaker. Breathing space now for the men in black.
Yeah, it was Rocky Khan who's going to get this pass in the 5 points, but it was Sione Morlia at the breakdown, counter-rucking. Right here you can see him driving straight through the middle of that ruck. Keeps his feet. And then Dylan Collier comes through the boot and collects the rewards. And from there, Australia always on the back foot. Look at that pass out the back door from Dylan. I thought Sione Morlia was going to score from here. He's a winger in a 15-a-side game, but to his credit, he realises Myers has the angle on him. Good trailing defence from Australia, but in the end, too many numbers for New Zealand.
Diversion from out wide. It's over. It's over. New Zealand in control again. 26-14. The teams in this group, Scotland and Papua New Guinea.
Oh, that's a bad miss here. I think it was Simon Kennewell who just lost his footing when that kick off the young man. You'll be right. Get back up, champ. Australia actually dominating them. Passes completed 30, but it's what they've done with it and what area of the field has really been what's been constricting them in this game. They've been in their half too much.
Stannard goes to the middle, and it's been won and then almost lost by New Zealand into touch, but they'll set it up again. Morlia getting it across to his wing, and Regan goes to ground. Curry, the captain. Rocky Khan, the last try scorer. Taken in a good tackle from Mick Adams. Morlia wide, and Regan Ware, it's forward. Drifted forward. Only 30 seconds on the clock, but the Aussies might just be able to have the final say and build up a little bit of confidence for a must-win game coming up against Scotland later on, or next up for Australia.
Sione Morlia has made a huge impact since he's been introduced to this game. Couple of debutants too. Trail Joas has come on in jersey 3, and also Andrew Newstubb in jersey 11 for the New Zealanders. Congratulations. First run on for the All Black Sevens.
And both from the Tasman Marcos.
Yeah, played some very good rugby sevens down here, those boys. Look at that power to the scrum.
Good work by Australia. So the Kookaburras are ringing out around Allianz Stadium, and that's full time. So let's see what can happen here. There's another debutant for Australia. Brandon Quinn throws it in.
Leave him.
Hutchison, Myers, back to Simon Kennewell. It pops out. Myers and Stannard. Nothing happening. He just floats one over. Nobody wants it. Knock on both ways. And so this wonderful run of success by New Zealand over Australia at sevens continues in Sydney. Still a long way to go this weekend, though, but New Zealand will be pretty happy with that. They had to fight hard in the second half. 14 all at the break, and they're at full time New Zealand have beaten Australia 26 points to 14.